I might be able to have to stop a couple times. I mean, I don't know.
Just take your time.
Just make sure just in your mind it's serious.
I know, but
in your mind it's serious.
All right, let's go.
Alright, when you start?
Whenever you feel comfortable starting.
Alright. Hello, my name is Nick HOLT, and I will be informing you on how to be a successful basketball coach today. Have you ever wanted to coach basketball? If you want to be a successful basketball coach, you should plan and organize your practices so that your students can learn more effectively and efficiently. During this presentation, you will be able to use successful tips for practices used by other successful coaches. There are several steps you must do in order to maintain successful practices. The first thing you should focus on is 1. Making sure that your team is mentally ready to be focused to have a successful season. First, you should have a team meeting to set goals for the season. You know, get your rules down, you know, get to know your team better and know your coach and see what guidelines you have to follow for a successful season. You know, keep your grades on good. Next, discussing practices and personal achievements. Discussing with your teammates how you want to play this year, how you want to have a successful season, if you want to get better, how you plan to get better and improve your team. You want to share the history of successful teams and coaches to develop team philosophy. Just recognize the previous coaches that have been successful in the past and had a great season with their teams and how they were good and successful. At this point, you should start to practice with your team. There are several things you must do while starting to practice. Make sure that your teams warm up with stretching, shooting warm-ups, and defensive warm-ups to prevent injury. This could be just stretching, doing stretches just straight up and down to stretch your hamstrings. It could be shooting drills to stretch out your arms, and dribbling drills to get your fingers and hands relaxed with the ball, or running a few laps to get your legs moved and your heart pumping and get you racing. Pointing out the leaders amongst the group will help get your teammate better, like get to know your team, the leaders. Normally in high school basketball, the leaders will probably be the seniors, or they could be the nicest or the most encouraging players on the team to get to know them better. For the team, the team leaders normally meet with the referees before the game, or that's who you can go to if you need any help with the game on your team. Rewarding team with opportunity to have fun after and during practice. You know, set a few incentives on after practice. If you have great practices, you know, go out to eat with your family or your friends on your basketball team. I call it my family, my basketball team, because we're like brothers. And your coaches, you know, have a great time. You know, spend night together, spend a lot of time together, go out to eat, just have a lot of quality time and discuss basketball in your lives. After you have a great preseason, it is time to put your skills you have acquired during the official season. During the season, you must find room to improve as a team and individuals. Discuss how you can make yourself better and your team better. Praise your team and individuals with positive criticism. You know, point out the negative stuff in a positive way so they don't feel, you know, down about the negative comments. Make sure that your players keep interest in season and improvement for a common goal. Have you made sure that your team is focused on being successful? During your practices, are your players receiving the proper amount of warm-ups to prevent injuries? Last but not least, your team should have room to improve while you are constantly giving your team positive criticism to make sure that you all reach that common goal. To win, of course. Coaching basketball at any age bracket can be extremely challenging. Following these guidelines will help you and your team become very successful on and off the court. Being the leader of a team can make a difference in one's life, whether good or bad. Which role will you choose?
That was very informative. I learned something.